Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lawmeetslaw podcast. I'm your host, Linda. Today, we're going to be talking about low self-esteem and low self-worth. But before we get into our topic, I just want to read you guys a story from one of our members. It's also on our Facebook wall. We got a lot of comments on this story, a lot of messages you guys sent. Some people were uncomfortable with the story, asking was it real or what was going on with the lady in the story, and it's very real. It's somebody sent it to me and we put it up. So let me read this for you guys. I got engaged 6 months ago to a man I've been dating for a year. I'm a very religious person. Our pastor hooked us up together. Last week, my fiance threw some allegations at me. He said that our pastor is a womanizer and he's sure I'm in love with our pastor. I was so shocked at this because I don't see the pastor doing such a thing. I told him I'm not in love with the pastor. My fiance said he saw the pastor out with a woman, and why does our pastor hold prayer nights 4 times a week? And I go to every one of them and I answer his calls at night, anytime. Yes, I go to all the prayer nights and I also answer his calls anytime because he might have a word for me. Now, my fiance is telling me to choose between him and my pastor. I called my pastor and told him. My pastor said I should tell my fiance to go and he will find another person for me. It was because of my pastor I agreed to my fiance. I've been following my pastor for 10 years before this blessing of a fiance thing. I'm in my late 40s. I want to marry and start a family. What should I do? We've got a lot of opinions on what she should do or what she shouldn't do. We're going to talk about this and we're going to really break it down and state our opinion of what she should do. Today, we're going to have a guest who is one of our members. He's very active on our forum. His name is Henry. He's going to give us his opinion on the lady in question, and we're going to just talk about low self-esteem in general. So let's give Henry a call.
It's a simple biblical principle. The Bible has said that if the hedge the broken, the serpent will strike. The serpent will strike because the hedge was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So there was the hedge. If there's the hedge, that means there is a need for the protection. And when the hedge is out, then there will be an intrusion. So it's just a simple principle. And my standard is the Bible. My standard is not man's constitution. My standard is derived from the Bible. The Bible tells me everything I need to know about living and life. I think if you ask the Muslim, he will tell you that there is some traits of guidance from the Quran. So my Bible is my standard. It tells me even governmental principles are derived from the Bible. Governmental principles, constitutions are derived from the Bible itself. You know?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. You know? These are my ideas. These are my personal views.
Right.
It's not another man's view. It's my own view. If you tie me on the seat and put a gun in my head and tell me, is this my opinion, I will maintain it.
Yes. So let's talk about the lady and her pastor and her fiance.
That makes me laugh like crazy.
Yeah.
That makes me it just makes me laugh.
What's your opinions on that?
My opinion is very straight and very straightforward. No man has the right to consume another man. Okay, I'm thinking with religious blackmail.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody must have a level playing ground to attend to their own personal issues. And when you try to run into another man, your ideology, your offending. So a person who says the pastor is in charge of me, I don't think so. The pastor is also dependent on another force, another power. So who are you to tell me I'm going to do what my pastor says? What if my pastor says something and meaning another thing?
And there's been some pastors that will tell people, like, I think there was a case in Nigeria, the pastor that burnt one of his members alive.
Yeah.
I think he's sentenced to hanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has one of the ladies pregnant or so. So there's some drama going on with that.
This guy really too much power. Karl Marx once said that religion is the opium of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Religion is the opium of the people. The religion is like itself a drug. Yeah? Mm-hmm. The religion itself is like a drug. If you're not careful, it will control you and you become addicted to it. That's why people in certain churches are asked to eat grass. And so they're eating grass.
Yeah, they eat grass or, like in the congregation, or bringing canes to whip each other because the pastor said to do that. It's crazy. So these people, should they be called pastors then? Because since they're not really preaching the word of God, so what do we call them? Because they're not really pastors. So what do we call them?
They're charlatans. They're charlatans. They're opportunists. They're charlatans, and they're all over the place.
Yeah, they're all over the place, and they disguise themselves as pastors, and they're not speaking the word of God.
That's the religion. Mm-hmm. That's the opium. That's the opium I'm talking about. The opium is the religion that floats itself as something moral and good. Meanwhile, it completely is fever. It completely is guide need the control. Mm-hmm. Somebody said somewhere not so long ago that religion, all religion is the biggest danger of the world today, of mankind. And I agree with that person 100%. Mm-hmm. So I think we need to come to terms with the reality that people need to be educated. Even if I know educated people are also victims of such things. Mm-hmm. And I still think people need to stay educated. Because the only way you're educated, you're emancipated, you're free, and you're able to make your own judgment. But that's why there's a religion that discourages education, because they want to control the minds of the people forever. They want to control the minds of the people forever. Religion that doesn't even allow the children, their people, to go to school. Mm. And the women are kept at the back door so that they become stupid forever. How can this be? This is not so. This is not how God wanted it. Man would have been awake and alive when woman was being made. Mm-hmm. But man was made to sleep, and woman was created. When God created woman from the womb of man and closed it up, why did you not? Why do you think? What did you tell woman while we were unconscious? Woman is very intelligent. Woman is very completely whole and aware of the surroundings. And the only uniqueness they have is that they can procreate. Mm-hmm. They can procreate. Not only plant the seed like the farmer, but the woman does the remaining job. So women are highly respected and an integral part of mankind. The only man who tells me that the woman is to be kept at the background. Because I wouldn't even stand in the same room with that person. Because I think that person.
Yeah, we're not in the Stone Ages. You know, everyone should have the right to be, and women should also have the right to be out there and outspoken. Absolutely. And anybody has the right to be out there and outspoken as long as they're not like doing something illegal or killing people.
I go for that. I'm an advocate for free speech and women's liberty and 100%. But there's some what is mean as moderation to many excesses.
Yes, of course.
But the natural laws, that apply to mankind, woman is good. Man is good hard. That's why we can even show our chest out. So no woman will do anything a man can do, and then she buys her chest. She can't do it.
Mm-hmm. So with this lady, and she wants to get married, what would be the advice for her? What should she do? Should she stay with her pastor, or should she stay with her fiance? Because it's like she's torn between two men.
Yeah, she should stay with her God. You ask God directly, because when the throne of grace was accessible by man on the day of Christ's death, it was a direct access. The woman shouldn't be depending on the pastors anymore. They should read the Bible themselves and get instruction from God. Ask, and you will see. That's what the book of James said. If anyone lacking them, ask. It will be given to you. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. But I think it would be very hard for her, because it's like she has been dependent on the pastor for, the pastor has become like her lifeline. That's how I see it now, because for 10 years and...
Where was her father?
Yeah, exactly.
Where was her mother? Where was her brother or her friend? Why did she have to go to the pastor? And the pastor should know she didn't play God. No man should have that monopoly of encounter with anybody. No man should have that. Even if you are depending on me, but sometimes I have to tell you to go and ask somewhere else. Go and ask Google. Don't ask me. Ask Google. Sometimes I don't have to play God, because we have that temptation wanting to play God sometimes. People should be having an ability to choose, not be dependent on. Maybe, can she be that dumb? Sorry, but can she be that dumb? Or is that, is there so much capacity of them?
But then there's a lot of women out there that are going through this, and that's why this is our topic today of low self-esteem. There's a lot of people out there with very, very low self-esteem, and that can lead them to do this.
Yeah, your duty as an advocate for humanity and human frailty is to really educate and show several solutions to such problems. My problem has a solution. Your problem has a solution.
Yeah.
Everybody's problem has a solution. But you need to put it in a bank. You need to put it in a bank. That's why I admire your group. You need to put it in a bank for that bank to give you various flavors of sight and sound and feeling. And then you take from that bank and deal with your life. You should be able to put a bank of moral contribution. People will tell you, okay, go to this lady, good. She can just be a solution to your matter. Don't tell her that. And you put her in there and she just keeps fire. Encourage these people who are lacking. Because I may not be lacking as much as many people are. Unfortunately, the only thing I'm now lacking is people who didn't come around me.
You're lacking stupid people around you? That's funny.
I lack people. Foolish you can be around me. Because they will just get wisdom. I attract my kind.
Yeah, because your friends can influence you, know that saying of take a look at your friends and I'll tell you who you are. So you have to also be careful with the people that you surround yourself with.
Absolutely, my dear. Absolutely. So I think you are doing well to have that kind of group and that bank. So you just consider your bank and your bank of moral knowledge separately. People will drop in as much as they can drop in for you, and then you begin to let them have feelings of what they really are. That's the long and short of the whole matter. So the lady should wake up and start going to the bank and collect some wisdom.
Collect some wisdom from the bank, exactly. So would you say she has, I think she has maybe like a low self-esteem. I mean, everybody has some sort of issue, but then when it turns into really low self-esteem, it really does make you do things that you're not supposed to be doing. And she's hanging on the pastor as her lifeline. He's become her lifeline. Instead of looking to God, she's looking to the pastor as the person that makes decisions for her.
Now, the self-esteem, every person, what does self-esteem mean? I mean, respect. Simply is respect.
Mm-hmm.
Self-esteem simply means respect for yourself. Respect for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Value. The value you place on yourself.
Yeah.
So if she puts more value on her pastor than on herself, she's already a slave.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
regard you have for yourself and the regard you have for other people, yours should be more than that. Because who are they to be so highly regarded? Please, I'm a self-respecting person. I respect my job. And I don't want anybody to disrespect me.
Mm-hmm. So she does need to place a high value on herself, and that's a good one. She needs to place a high value on herself and respect herself too. So
absolutely, absolutely. That's the only way you can make sense with everything about this life.
And do you think it's easier for pastors to kind of, the fake pastors, not the real ones that are actually true men of God, but the fake pastors to prey on women like this, women who have low self-esteem or, they're looking for husbands, or it's just like those scammers, and like loneliness and all that we were talking about before. Do you think women like this, they're easily preyed on by these fake pastors?
Well, I could rephrase that question again by saying, do I think if a believer who really believes in the Bible, doesn't read the Bible, is not a complete believer? Because your Bible is a manual.
Yeah.
And the Bible, it tells you in the book of James that you should go about asking if you lack certain things.
Yeah.
Because
knowledge.
For those of you who do not have wisdom, ask for it.
Yeah.
And you'll get it. So I don't even need a pastor to tell me what to do. I will just go to my manual. I have a new phone, and it comes with a manual. The manual says the phone is a waterproof phone. But when I come out and the phone is damaged as a result of the water, or the manual writes to me. You understand?
Yeah.
So the Bible is my manual. So I don't even need the pastor to interpret it to me if I can read, except I cannot read. Then maybe I will look for an audio Bible and hear. Either way, there's no escape to knowledge. You should be able to be dependent on God, not on man.
A lot of people don't read the manual. Is when something is wrong, then you go and Google, how do I fix this or something. A lot of people don't read it, and it doesn't mean they don't know how to read. It's just a lot of people just don't do that. They don't read manuals, and
it's our duty to point them back to the manual. That's what we should be doing. Point them back to the manual. We are going to be talking a lot, if you don't mind.
No, that's okay. And then we're even running out of time. Thanks for joining in on our little discussion on low self-esteem and the pastor, the lady, and the fiance. Yeah. So
I really hope I've contributed to whatever it was.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Thank you.
You can do everything you can. Thank you so much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yep, bye.
All right. Bye.
My advice for this lady in question is to get married to your fiance. You're saying that you really want to get married, so I think you should do what you want to do and get married to your fiance. Your pastor, I would say he's taking advantage of you by saying, no, don't get married and I'll find you somebody else. And you've been with your pastor for 10 years and it's just now that he got you someone. So I would say to stay with your fiance, and for your fiance to still be with you even after thinking, maybe you and the pastor have something together and you guys don't. I think your fiance loves you and you love him. So I would say to stay with your fiance and explain to your pastor you're just going to be with your fiance, and it probably be better for you guys to find another church to worship. There's many churches out there. It's not a big deal finding another church that both of you can worship together and grow a family in. I would like to thank our guest Henry for joining in today on this short discussion on low self-esteem. We have more things to discuss about low self-esteem. We're gonna have a part 2 and a 3 for low self-esteem, so you guys just look out for that. I'd like to thank everyone for listening and sending us stories and the messages and comments. We love all of it. We like all your messages that you guys send us. So just thank you and really appreciate it. And also remember to like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Lawmeetslaw. Join the community and forum at Lawmeetslaw.com. And thank you guys and have a blessed week.